Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Hello everyone, welcome to Primetime Local News. Happy Monday, sort of the new work week, as you will. We have a really exciting show for you. Brett is getting pampered today.
Nice.
I don't know why we didn't get this assignment.
Well, after the parkour and the karate.
He'll be at the spa tonight, so look forward to that. We're also talking weather for our question of the day because we're in for some cold and some snow this week. So just want to know, when it comes to weather, do you prefer cold or snow? If you could have one.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. It depends on how much traveling I have to do.
Yeah.
If it's traveling, then less snow.
There you go. All right. Well, we will get into that debate, and we have a poll up, so we'll get into those results in just a little bit. But first, let's go check in with Brett Holden.
Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, and whether you like to spend it with your significant other or just take that break by yourself, we're going to be here at Just For You Day Spa talking a little bit about some of the stuff that you can do on Valentine's Day and even surprise your significant other. We'll be talking to Kayla a little bit about some of that and some of the stuff that they offer here at Just For You. We'll have a little bit more coming up in this hour, but first let's head back into the studio where Elise has a look at your local news.
A teacher from Mother Teresa Early Childhood Education Center has been nominated for Prime Minister's Award. For 13 years, Michelle Bouduk has been teaching elementary kids, and for her, teaching isn't a job, it's her passion. She believes it's what she was meant to do, and she loves doing it. She's also trying to find interactive and creative ways to teach her kids.
I was very surprised and shocked, and then just kind of humbled by it all. I think I'm just overwhelmed with all of the comments from parents, past students, the support that I've received. I'm still in a little bit of shock, and I may have not won the award. It is a nomination, but to me, I feel like I've won already just to be recognized.
The Prime Minister's Award is given to teachers across Canada who have shown remarkable work when it comes to teaching kids. It honors those that have gone above and beyond for their students.
Ability to take a child from where they begin and to set the road as ready for their whole educational journey of 13 years. And we think that Michelle is an incredible example of how that happens for our children.
The winners of the Prime Minister's Award will be announced in the spring. And a new mascot was revealed today to students at St. Mary's Elementary School. Stormy the Owl will be the school's new mascot, replacing the gopher that St. Mary's had been using. Principal Lori Ann Betton says that inspiration for the new mascot came from a school saying.
The saying that we used to have was, oh, we love it when the kids do well, oh, we love it when we succeed. So after thinking about it, when we did oh, we love, OWL, then from that aha moment, it was, well, I guess owls are what we're going to use for learning and success.
Another reason for the new mascot was to help celebrate the school's past when it was a high school, since this year is the 16th anniversary of Lloydminster Catholic School Division.
A lot of our parents have gone through Holy, so they come in and they'll tell us stories about what the school was like when they were in high school. So we decided to kind of retrofit our jerseys to make it kind of an honor of what they had when they were here as well.
All the schools across the LCSD will get together to celebrate the anniversary sometime this year. And this week, the Lloydminster Rotary Club got some insight into the Inspiring Women's Conference. The conference takes place on February 5th at the Lloyd X, and it is a personal and professional development day for women in the Lloydminster area. This event can help give women more confidence as well as a chance to learn about themselves.
We just feel it's important for people to have learning and growth opportunities within their own community. And there's so many really excellent resources here that we wanted to pull everybody together.
The conference features a keynote speaker and panels with local women, and it is a way for women to connect with other women while also taking a day for themselves.
Everybody has a story, and everybody is very inspiring no matter what the thing is that they're doing and what stage they are in their life. So we love going out and reaching out to people and talking to them and finding out what their story is. It's good for us, and then we like to share it with everybody who will come.
Tickets are available at Olive and Birch or online at Eventbrite. And having a place to go in the community where you can talk and connect is important. And in this week's retrospect, I take a look at how women's groups have developed over the years.
Women of any denomination can join the group, and chairperson Sylvia Dodman says it's a great way to network with other women in the area.
The camaraderie of the group. The executive has upwards of 25 ladies, and just having different ones from different denominations and all different ages, and some of them are just the coolest ladies.
The meetings generally involve food and music, but the highlight is always the inspirational speaker.
Never do you go home without feeling so much better about your own life, and you receive different help things that the speaker may have said, or just an uplift for the morning or the evening.
9 years later, and women's groups are still a prominent aspect of the community. Mothers First is a prime example of a place where women can go to talk and learn from each other.
At self-care, it looks at some stress management, it looks at routines. It's a variety of information we present to moms. So they come, we present that information, it gives parents a chance to talk about their experiences, give each other support as well as ideas.
These groups provide information to women looking for support and a place to be around others who are experiencing similar situations.
It helps to know that you're not alone, that this isn't only happening to you. And when the moms get together and talk, they have such a wide variety of experiences and coping strategies that they're able to share with each other, and they make those connections. And
Lloydminster continues to create places for women where they can go for resources and to connect. That's it for this week's Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Webb's Machinery, your New Holland dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, and Lamont.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is at Just For You today.
I'm here at Just For You Day Spa, here joined now by Kayla. And Kayla, let's talk about just a little bit more about the spa and being here in Lloydminster.
Okay, so Just For You Day Spa came to Lloydminster just over 2 years ago. We have other locations in Saskatoon and Regina, and decided to branch here. And yeah, things have been going really good since we opened. We have amazing clients, and yeah, we're really happy to be here and involved in everything Lloydminster now, so yes.
So let's move on to, in a few weeks is Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day, a lot of people just want to relax. So what are some things that you guys have going on for Valentine's Day, just in regards to maybe packages or special things you have going on?
Right, so we always have special features going, but a spa is a really great place for several different reasons for Valentine's Day. You can approach it in a few different ways. One would be obviously as a couple's day or night, to book in together and have that time just to relax and unwind. All of our luxury treatments, you can be performed side by side, so you can get to do that all together, as well as you could book your significant other in and kind of surprise them or gift them with a gift card.
Well, we'll have a little bit more coming up from here at Just For You Day Spa, but first let's head back into the studio where Michaela has a look at your weather.
All right, thank you so much, Brett. We are under some cold numbers, and there is an extreme cold warning in effect for much of Saskatchewan. Here in the border city, not currently under the effect, but we are sitting at minus 17, feeling like minus 25 out there, and we are going to feel like minus 34 degrees overnight. As we look to the satellite radar, a couple patches of precipitation, but it should hold off over the next few days. 30% chance up in areas like Bonnyville and Cold Lake this evening, but nothing in effect for our area. As we look to the watches and warnings, so pretty much as we move into Saskatchewan, out east and up north, under that extreme cold warning, areas turning to numbers close to minus 44 overnight with that wind chill. So it is going to be very cold. Frostbite is imminent, happening in just a few moments out there, so do bundle up. Minus 17 here in the border city, minus 19 up in Meadow Lake, minus 22 in Prince Albert, minus 21 currently in Saskatoon. And then as we move into Alberta, much more mild numbers here, minus 5 in Red Deer, minus 3 for Rocky Mountain House, minus 8 in Jasper right now, with Whitecourt sitting at minus 5 at the Basket, a little bit cooler at minus 14, with Cold Lake sitting at minus 17. As we look to North Battleford, currently sitting at minus 19 with some sunshine, and that is going to continue tomorrow with a little bit more of a cloud cover. North Battleford going to feel like minus 44 overnight, and tomorrow 30% chance of some light snow action. So going to be a cold and snowy start to tomorrow. Going to feel like that minus 44 in the early hours of the morning as well. The daytime high tomorrow is only minus 22. For Cold Lake, minus 29 overnight. Going to feel like minus 33 and then minus 25 tomorrow afternoon. Daytime high is going to reach minus 19. Here in the border city, we're going to reach a minus 28 overnight, feeling like minus 34 with a risk of frostbite. We could also see some strong wind gusts as well. We're going to be a little bit warmer on Wednesday, but we are expecting possibly 3 centimeters of snow and then warming up on Thursday. But we're in for some major snowfall on Friday, and I'll have those details for you coming up in just a little bit.
Welcome back. Well, the clock is ticking as producers get ready for calving season, and Gerard Lampau meets a vet who is keen on getting that extra calf in the summer.
The feet first, head resting on the legs.
Dr. Lacey Fowler grew up on a farm in Innisfree. She has been a vet for 6 years and works at an all-female vet clinic in Viking.
Our practice is owned by Dr. Deborah Carroll, and then we have Dr. Prue Maxwell and Dr. Lauren Reiser. So we have all-female vet staff and all-female support staff as well.
Fowler was speaking at the Rural Women Conference on Calving 101, specifically about assisting a cow in the birthing process to ensure the best outcome.
There's so many different ways to deliver a calf, and definitely I think the most important kind of trick or principle is being able to judge when a calf is too big to fit through the pelvis, and just knowing the limitations of the cow herself.
Fowler points out that the cow's pelvis is taller than it is wide.
Being able to help assist that calf get through that pelvis in the least harmful way possible. So whether it's turning that calf to help get the hips out, whether it is knowing that when a calf is backwards, you can pinch off the umbilicus on the pelvis. It's knowing kind of the limitations of the animal and the process so that you can have a good outcome.
Once the calf is born, the other matter is the suckle reflex. Calves need to get colostrum from their moms in the first few hours to build up their immune system, or they risk getting diseases like scours.
If a calf lacks the ability to suck on your fingers, then it's not likely to get colostrum on its own. It's not likely to have the natural reflexes in place.
Fowler says if a calf doesn't have the suckle reflex, then it's 41 times less likely to be able to get colostrum on its own. Without it, a calf is 5 times more likely to die before weaning in the fall. Farmers will have to get it in orally, as the area of the stomach that receives it closes after about the first 4 to 6 hours of life.
Colostrum contains all the antibodies needed to give that calf immunity for its first 3 months of life.
Gerard Lampau, Primetime Local News.
That's your egg news. Sports is next, but first we'll take a look at your egg prices.
Every member of the City Centre Auto Body team has been through extensive training. We're constantly upgrading our team's education to reflect current collision repair technique.
Taking a look at local sports now, this weekend was a clean sweep for the Lakeland Rustlers volleyball teams, dropping just 1 set in the 4 matches against the Grand Prairie Wolves, making this the 4th time on the season. The women gave the Wolves few opportunities to find momentum, dominating the serving and passing battle.
We really wanted to have a good serving game so that we could put them out of system, and then it's easy for our blockers and it's harder for them because they're hitting balls out of system. So I think we did that really well.
This marks 2 weeks of solid play for the squad heading into the final weeks of the season.
Yeah, I'd say that we're hitting a mini peak here where we're starting to play at a pretty high level. We're looking very athletic. We're moving athletically, and you know, things are coming together. So it's perfect timing for that.
On the men's side, the 2 victories extend their grasp on a final playoff spot to 5 matches after losing handily in Fort McMurray. It was a steady response from Taylor Dryer's team.
I think the guys really responded well to what we were talking about all week in training, and coming out and just playing free and making sure we take care of our side of things, and the result was a good one for us.
An even more important showdown awaits the wrestlers this weekend against the
Doing our
Kings
same
Eagles.
routines, going out there and just playing our own game and not letting any pressure of what we could achieve get to us. I think we've done a really, really good job of that so far, and now we just need to push ahead and continue.
And the wrestlers' basketball teams had the longest road trip in years this weekend in Grand Prairie. A delayed trip resulted a 7:30 start time Friday, then an evening start again on Friday, which had the teams get into Lloydminster by the next morning. The women easily swept the Wolves while the men had a fight for a weekend split. This improves the women to 11-7, and the men sit at 8-10. And the Lloydminster Bandits responded well from a 5-2 loss against Wainwright, defeating the Cold Lake Ice 2-0 on Sunday. Goaltender Danton Drooks continued his strong season, stopping 36 shots in the shutout, and this pulls the Bandits into a tie for 5th with Cold Lake. And now we're going to go back to Brett Holden at Just For You.
Kayla joins us once again here at Just For You Day Spa. Now, Kayla, let's talk a little bit about when people come in. Everyone's needs and wants are different. How are you guys kind of accommodating with that?
Right, so all of our treatments obviously can be customized to the client. We want all of our guests to come and get the full benefit from their experience with their wants and needs. So anything from a manicure, pedicure, facial, massage, obviously all starts with a consultation and really talking about what is going to make it the best for them and what, will overall enhance their experience. And it is always customized to them, absolutely.
Now, I notice you guys normally ask for people to come in about 15 minutes before.
Yes.
How is that important, and especially when it comes to the first kind of step for your relaxation almost?
Right, so I think everything from when you first come in to when you leave, it's important to be relaxed and calm. It's just what we've tried to create. So it just allows time to adequately fill out the paperwork, relax, grab a glass of water or tea, have your therapist review your paperwork, and then go into your treatment feeling good about what's to come instead of it being a rushed thing. We just like to have a little bit of time to make sure the experience overall is nice and relaxing for you.
So we are in kind of your relaxation, what is this place called? In the room we're in right now?
Oh, this is the relaxation lounge.
Okay.
So after every service, this is where you're brought to kind of unwind. You can have a tea, coffee, refreshments, complimentary, and just take your time heading out. You don't need to rush back out into daily life if you don't want to. This is your space to unwind for as long as you need after your treatment. Yeah.
Perfect, and I feel relaxed. We'll have a little bit more coming up from here at Just For You Day Spa. But first, let's head back into the studio where Michaela has a look at your weather.
All right, thank you so much, Brett. We are in for some cold temperatures this week, especially in through eastern areas of Saskatchewan and northern areas. They're very, very cold. Currently under some extreme cold warnings as we move into Saskatchewan. North Battleford is included. But starting it off with this really cool shot from Bud Miller Park, and that was sent to us by Ryan. So thank you very much for sending that in. As we look to the numbers, we are getting colder, especially after this weekend warm-up that we saw. Minus 17 here in the border city. Not silly, feeling like minus 25 out there. Minus 17 also in Vermilion. That's the same number in St. Paul. A little bit cooler at minus 18 up in Bonnyville. 30% chance we could see some light snow activity in the northern area this evening. Minus 16 up in Lac La Biche. Edmonton sitting at minus 9. Cold Lake sitting at minus 17, also in Pierceland. And then North Battleford sitting at minus 19 currently, and it is under effect of that extreme cold warning. Possibly some light snow tomorrow, but areas over there are going to feel like minus 44 overnight and into the morning area. So frostbite is imminent within a couple of minutes, so do bundle up and just try not to spend any time outside more than you have to. Minus 26 in Buffalo Narrows, also in La Loche. Uranium City sitting at minus 33 right now, and that's kind of the common number across northern Saskatchewan today. Minus 25 up in Fort McMurray, minus 29 in Fort Chipewyan, with high level sitting at minus 18, and then quite the contrast at minus 7 in Grand Prairie. As we look down south, much warmer, minus 3 in Lethbridge, minus 5 up in Banff, -4 for Calgary, -9 up in Coronation, and then colder as we move out east. So -13 in Swift Current, Moose Jaw sitting at -17 with the Queen City at -19 currently. As we look to our numbers tomorrow, we are going to feel cold. We're going to feel around -33 this evening, and that's going to continue into the morning hours with some strong wind gusts as well. So with that wind chill, going to feel very cold, and we are also at a risk for frostbite this evening and into the morning hours. So -20 is our daytime high tomorrow. Also in Maidstone, a little bit colder at -22 for North Battleford tomorrow. Vegreville hitting a daytime high of -14. Bonnyville will see -18, -15 up in Lac La Biche, with Cold Lake reaching a high of -19 tomorrow. Just want to look at our snow accumulation, as we are expecting quite a bit over the next few days. Friday is when we're really going to expect the majority of it. But as you can see, we're getting into over the 4 centimeter mark as of Wednesday here. So looking to our numbers, we're going to be quite cold. So on Tuesday, -20, -11 on Wednesday, -4 for Thursday. So we're going to see quite a bit of a warm up. Wednesday, we're expecting 1 to 3 centimeters there. On Thursday, we could see another centimeter fall, but Friday, we could see 10 centimeters fall. So if you have any travel plans, do plan for that ahead. Give yourself some extra time. -12 will be our daytime high there, and then we're back into those cold, below seasonal numbers on Saturday. -19 there, -20 on Sunday with the overnight low hitting -28. And then next Monday, we could see another 1 to 3 centimeters of snowfall with the daytime high reaching -18.
And now we're going to go back to Brett Holden at Just For You.
Back here at Just For You. Lauren also joins us now. We're doing a little bit of a pedicure, but Kayla joins us once again. And Kayla, let's talk just how customizable things are here. And when people come in, what are the different things you guys offer?
Okay, so services that we provide here at the Day Spa would be anything foot care, pedicures, manicures, body treatments, so scrubs and wraps, as well as we have RMTs on staff, so massage therapy and hair removal.
So Valentine's Day is coming up, as we did mention a little earlier, but let's talk once again just about some of the special packages you guys have coming up for Valentine's Day, and again, just how special Valentine's Day is for you guys.
Right, so I mean, we love having couples come into the spa and being able to pamper them and giving them, some people only take that one time a year to really do something big for each other and with each other. So, I mean, we love that right here in Lloydminster, you can take that opportunity. You don't need to go away to do it. Anything from an hour to 5 if you want to spend in the spa with us. And yeah, we have seasonal features on with our pedicures, body scrubs, and Sweetheart Facial for the Valentine's Day feature. They're all really lovely treatments. So yeah, we can really make it a really special day for the couples.
And very romantic.
Romantic as well, yes, of
Perfect.
course, yes. And send them out feeling just rested and rejuvenated and yeah, ready to take on the rest of their day.
So if you're looking for a little romance, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, Just For You has it. We'll have a little bit more coming up here at Just For You Day Spa, but let's head back into the studio where Michaela and Elise will be talking about your question of the day.
All right, well, today's question of the day kind of stems around the weather we're going to be getting this week. I want to know, when it comes to winter weather, what do you prefer? We did put up a poll, cold or snow? What do you think won?
Ooh, I want to say cold one?
Snow.
Snow
yeah,
one.
so
Oh,
71% of you weighing in saying you prefer snow over the cold. I think I would also prefer that. It's just gets too cold and it hurts.
That's true. I just don't like the snow if you have to travel, because then the roads are a disaster. But yeah, no, being cold is
Yeah, I just want to read one of the comments. Jim says shoveling sucks, which I can agree. And Valorant says, I'll take the third option. Neither.
There you go.
We'll all be snowbirds together. There we go. All right, now we're going to switch gears and look to our pets of the day. Let's see who we have. This is Foxy. Foxy Cleopatra, I like that. That was sent to us by Stephanie. And next up, we have Nacho.
Oh, onesie.
A little onesie. That is really cute. That was sent to us by Tamara. Thanks for sending that little guy. And this is Roxy. We have Roxy and Foxy today.
There you go.
All right. This was sent to us by Crystal. Really cute photo there. Next up, we have Bauer taking a little nap. Very cute. That was
Ready
sent
for a
to us
belly
by
rub.
Madison. Yeah, the belly is there. And then look at this
Freddie.
little guy, Freddie. At
Just
least
a
wants him.
baby.
Yeah, he's super cute. That was sent to us by Tara. If you have a pet you would like to see here on the show, send us a photo.
So
Please
cute.
include their name. And if they are selected to be on the show, you'll be entered to win a $50 gift card to the Lloydminster Pet Pad.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
Greg Buchanan joins me now from the Tuesday Night Sports Show. And Greg, let's talk a little bit gridiron here.
Yep.
The biggest event in the NFL is coming up, the biggest game, the Super Bowl between the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. First, let's start off with just your prediction.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit more about the background to...
You know what? New England is that team that everybody wants to see lose. And you know what? In baseball, maybe it's the Yankees, or in basketball, it's the Golden State Warriors, almost to a point where at the start of the season, okay, New England's likely going to get in the Super Bowl. We don't know how, but they will. Who's going to play against them? That's a question that you get asked. I think New England, how can you bet against them? Brady is 40, north of 40 right now, and doesn't think like he's going to be retiring anytime soon. They are just a team that is so well disciplined and so well coached that, and you give him Belichick now 2 weeks to get ready for Super Bowl Sunday to pick apart the Rams. Good luck, Rams.
So with Los Angeles, they do have that powerful running game.
Yeah.
They have Todd Gurley in that backfield, as well as C.J. Anderson, another guy who was brought in halfway through the season.
Yeah.
And that defense is phenomenal. But throughout that entire playoff so far, you're going into every weekend where you're saying, hey, I think this team could beat the Rams. But in no weekend during the playoffs did you say, hey, the Patriots might not walk away with this one.
Well, that's the thing. When the Patriots went in the playoffs, a lot of people didn't think they would win. A lot of people thought, okay, they'll host a playoff game, that'll be done. They're at that stage right now as a franchise that they're not as good as it used to be. Guess what? They go into KC, defeat a Chiefs team that I don't think anybody thought the Patriots would beat, and they did. Who knows what happened in New Orleans? You know, that's a bad call. And got the Rams into the Super Bowl regardless. But it's going to be interesting. And you know what? KC and the LA Rams are so much similar. And I think a lot of people would have loved to see those two young teams playing against each other in the Super Bowl. I got a feeling that you're going to see KC get to that next level next season. But it's not going to happen this year, of course. But yeah, I just think the Patriots are just so deep and so well coached. And all those different, like I said, with Belichick having more and more time to get ready for Sunday. It's going to be close, but I'm going to see the Patriots by at least 6.
All right, well, speaking of coaches, the Saskatchewan Roughriders have hired their new head coach, Craig Dickinson, brother of course, Dave Dickinson in Calgary. Now, what does Craig Dickinson bring to the Roughriders? A guy who's been in 9 different organizations, ranging from the NCAA to the NFL to the CFL, and mostly as a special teams coach. So what does he bring to the Riders?
Well, I think in the Canadian Football League, the special teams is such a large component of the game. And I think he's done such a great job with that as one of the best special teams coaches in the league. He brings that component to it. He's a real good player coach, according to a lot of players that I've talked to. Jorgen Hus is a good friend, and Jorgen says, who's a long snapper for the Riders, says he's just a great guy to play for. And I think more than anything, they have a few free agents they got to sign, and I think he's a guy that's going to really solidify that. I think the next question now is, who's going to be quarterback?
So Dickinson has won a Grey Cup with both the Eskimos and the Stampeders. We'll see if that will translate over to his head coaching job. Thank you to Greg for joining us today. We'll have more Primetime Local News coming up. Greg, let's start off local. Let's start with the Bandits. A little bit of flip-flop weekend on Friday, 5-2 loss to Wainwright. let's kind of talk about how that game kind of went for you guys.
Well, Wainwright is the defending provincial and league champions. You play against a team like that, any kind of breakdowns at all, turnover here and there can result in a goal against you. It did against the Wainwright Bisons. Bandits did have their opportunities, had a 5-on-3 power play, couldn't convert. And really, they converted that power play, and it was a close game at that time. It's a different outcome. 5-on-5, Bandits looked good against Wainwright Bisons, but their special teams with the Bisons, which are, second to none in the province, really took advantage of it. And then on Sunday, good hard effort against Cold Lake Ice. A few turnovers, and Danton Brooks was outstanding between the pipes of the Bandits. Gets the shutout, gets a 2-0 win. So the Bandits could have a slow start since the Christmas, but they have 2 wins in their last 3 games, and now go on the road kind of Friday. Their home game from Sunday gets moved to Friday in Marwayne as they play against St. Paul, and that's a big game, a team ahead of them in the standings. And then the next night you hit the road to Killam, a long road trip against a very physical team in a small barn in Killam, a team that you could be facing in the playoffs. So 2 good tests for the Bandits this weekend.
2-0 win against Cold Lake, that was for the Bandits, including goals from Grabowski and Dolan. Let's move over to the Bobcats now. Weekend off for the Bobcats, but a couple very tough competitors coming into, this week. They're off to Bonnyville to play the Pontiacs in RJ Lalonde Arena. And on Friday, they have the defending AJHL champions, the Spruce Grove Saints, coming in. So what's the main thing that you think the Bobcats need to focus on heading into? They have that time off this week, but
just keep on doing the things you're doing right now. You know what? Right now, the book on the Bobcats is they're a hard-working team. The talent doesn't match up, and it won't match up against Bonnyville, won't match up against Spruce Grove. But you got to work hard, and you got to do the little things, finishing your checks, getting the puck deep, and you know what, and taking care of your own end. I think Elder and Net makes that team a lot better. That gives that a team a chance to win every night. When he's on his game, it helps the Bobcats. So a test against Bonnyville on Wednesday, and a bigger test against Spruce Grove. The Pontiacs, if you're going to use as a measuring stick of where you sit, they're probably one of the better teams to do that against.
Now, another guy who's really stepped up recently for the Bobcats is a guy like Ty Mosselman, who's had a couple games with 2 straight points. What does that kind of leadership and point production mean to a team like the Bobcats?
Well, you hope that it kind of has other players on the team kind of step up as well, and they see that. And a lot of times a role model on the ice kind of shows players on that bench sitting and watching this kid play that, hey, I can step up my game as well. So I think Nigel Dubé talks about culture a lot, and I think this is a kid that brings a good culture to this team. There's a lot of good new pieces in place for the Bobcats right now, younger pieces that you hope will be around for a couple of years and build on the culture that Nigel's working on right now.
All right, we're running a little bit out of time here, but let's talk about who you have on the show on Tuesday.
Tuesday night sports show, Super Bowl's coming up. We'll talk to Eric Nelson from CBS. Also, Mark Letestu from St. Paul area, playing for the Cleveland Monsters now in the American Hockey League. He'll be in. Also, Brandon Labatt, offensive lineman for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. He talks about the changes in Ryderville. Gone is the head coach, Chris Jones. Enter Chris Dickinson. So some changes in Saskatchewan. That's a Tuesday night sports show on Real Country 95.9, 6 to 7, live from the Canadian Brewhouse.
Perfect. Some more primetime local news coming up. I'm here at Just For You Day Spa, where today we talked a little bit about some of the stuff that they offer here, whether it be for Valentine's Day, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, whether you like to spend your Valentine's Day with your significant other or just taking a break by yourself from that significant other. Just For You Day Spa will customize some of the stuff that you will go through, including massages and facials and even the pedicure that I just went through as well. That'll do it for me here at Just For You Day Spa. Tomorrow, I am going to be trying my hand at painting. I am not the best drawer, but we'll see how good I am at painting, whether that be with on my nails or on a canvas. So we'll see how that goes. That does it for me here at Just For You Day Spa. Let's head back into the studio where Michaela and Elise will wrap up tonight's show.
All right, thank you so much, Brett. We're in for a cold Tuesday. Minus 20 is our daytime high tomorrow, with the overnight low reaching minus 28. Going to feel more like that minus 33 range throughout the afternoon, though. Wednesday, we could expect 1 to 3 centimeters of snow, a high of minus 11, minus 21 for the overnight low. And then on Thursday, warming up to minus 4, but we could see another centimeter fall there. Now, Friday is really when we are going to have that snowfall issue. Minus 12 is our daytime high, minus 13 the overnight low, but we could see up to 10 centimeters fall on Friday, with another centimeter falling again on Saturday. No snow expected on Sunday. Minus 20 there, minus 28 for the overnight low, with another possible 1 to 3 centimeters on Monday. Daytime high reaching minus 18 there, which was our question of the day today. Do you prefer snow or cold? And I think snow.
Most people say snow. Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, it's pretty to look at, and if it's not too cold, you can go out and make a snowman and not die. There you go. Anyways, we'll leave it there, everyone. Join us again tomorrow on Primetime Local News. Have a great rest of your day.